name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, the last video, we had a lot of fun making, and had a lot of comments on it, which was nice. But this was the model that we used last time. And we're going to use part of it this time, but a little different way. Last time we talked about, and I'll read it here, magic manifesting. You can have anything you want. But first, that's the kicker. But first, before you can have anything, you have to do something. And that's what we talked about in the last video. And I will reference that last video up here so you can refresh your memory. Now, in the last video, we talked about the infinite outside energy system of everything, the all, and consciousness. And over here was how we, through our senses, absorbed these patterns, brought them in, chaotic out here, and you bring the chaotic information inside of you, and you observe it and filter it through your belief system of what you know to be true for you. And those things that you absorb inside through your senses that are not meaningful for you, and you have no reference to that information, it's not you, it's just thrown out. So you create inside, off of that filtered information, all your objects. All the objects that you relate to this outside infinite energy system, which is chaotic, you create inside, and now you have a meaning. So outside, meaningless, inside, meaning. Course in Miracles goes through some of that process. And then you take these objects that you create based upon this filtered information, and you project it onto the outside infinite energy system with all of its interacting fields, and it fits perfectly. And when you use your senses, you will feel those objects, see those objects, taste those objects right out here. But they are a creation inside of you. So that's basically what that is. So why? Manifesting. If you want to manifest something different for you, you have to change your filter. Change your filter, you have to change your belief system. To change your belief system, you have to heal your past. Now, I say that with tongue in cheek because the past doesn't exist. Hard statement. The past does not exist except as memories of your interpretation of this undulating, moving, infinite system of everything, which never, ever is the same in each second. Each moment, it changes. And so you can never get it back. So there's no past. There's nothing in the past. There's nothing physical, real, in the past. Oh, another hard lesson. So manifesting is about you changing what you believe about yourself. Why not? It's not real anyway. It's an illusion. Now, and to go along with that, what we already know, and I had it in the notes, in the description, and it is this, from Ralph Waldo Emerson. You become what you think about all day long. So this process, and this is what you think about all day long, and you project on here, that's what you're going to get. You want to get something different? You got to change what you think about, what you say to yourself all day long. That's not the only one that said that. You can also get that from, who said it? Buddha. Buddha. You are what we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. Your belief system, what you believe, is what you think in the subconscious mind. It's not in the conscious mind. It's in the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind has no idea of what you're saying in the subconscious mind, but you're saying it all the time. How do you know what it's asking for? How do you know what it's saying? What are you getting? Because the process of thinking is giving you what you want. Now, it might not be what you consciously want, but it is what you want because that's your belief system. You can't get anything outside of your belief system. So if you want something different, you absolutely have to change your beliefs. Well, that was a long going through of what we talked about because I left some things out. And in a moment, we're going to talk about something else. And here we have the subject for today. And let me read it off my little piece of paper because it gets a little chaotic up here. It says, unlock your mind. Can you remember anything that happened? Can you remember anything that happened? Now, we're having a little green tea today with jasmine. So it's quite refreshing. Now, in our model, I've added a lot of stuff because we're going to talk about remembering what happened. And so what happened is an event. And in this infinite field, which is still here, of everything, events arise. Now, I want to kind of have you think about this. Events are just memory that coalesces into a fixed pattern or patterns. Now, we're going to have to pick a subject for our event. So I'm going to pick a rock concert because there's a lot of energy there. Now it's the energy that is the event. It's not the venue, it's not the location, it's not the people that come, it's not the refreshment stand, it's not whether it's inside or outside, it's energy. All that other stuff are objects, and they are added through the process that we talked about before. Because you're going to see the same objects that other people see within the event. So let's us kind of look at an event and recognize this little ball here represents an event or an energy system that for the moment comes up within the infinite energy system. And so we have an event. Now, I picked two kind of, you see I have an A and a B here. So we have picked two participants in the event. A, as an example, would be somebody that paid to get a ticket to go to the event. And B is a person who is at the event and has a job, like maintenance, making the place clean with a little broom and a dustpan, and he goes around and empties those little containers that you put your stuff. When you don't want it, you throw it away, you put it in the trash can. He takes care of that. That's his job. They're all there, part of the energy of the event of the moment, which is a rock concert. So here again, I want you to get the model, and then we're going to expand on what it means. Also, it's all chaos. It's all chaos. Things are going, things are coming. It's all chaos. And this person, A, is picking up through the senses, see, these are senses, this chaotic information. And this person is picking up chaotic information too. As they do that, they have to make sense out of the chaotic information. So they filter it through their subconscious mind, which has all of their life experiences, so that they can take this chaotic information and filter through it and find information or data that is meaningful for them in this moment. So that's what we have. We have an event, and we have two participants in the event. The event is energy. It's not objects. Not yet. And so we take in this chaotic information during the model that we talked about for the last several videos, and they bring the chaotic information in through their senses as best they can, and they take that information and they filter it through their belief system. I didn't put that down, but I should have put belief system, or the subconscious mind, which has the belief system, your memories of life experiences, your values, your judgments, your programming of who you think you are, is all inside of this filter. And then you take the chaos and you filter it through what you know, and you come up with an interpretation. Interpretation in your mind. And you're at the rock concert, you're sitting watching all the music, you're sitting watching the lights, blink, 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 all kinds of lights. This guy, he's at the concert, and he's sweeping, and he's picking trash up and putting it in a trash thing. He's emptying cash at the trash container when it's full. He is supporting the event. But he is at the event, and he's part of the energy that's going on in the event. And so this guy's going to the refreshment stand, and he's getting some liquid refreshment to help him enjoy the concert. This guy is going around picking up things that people drop, and if they happen to have a container that they didn't quite finish and it falls on the floor, he's taking care of it. And this is his interpretation of the event that is going on. Now here's the thing. This guy at the event, he has a certain interpretation for him at the event. This person is at the event and has a certain perception of or interpretation of what the event is. Now look at these. A and B. Are they equal? Does A and B, are they equal? Do they equal each other? Well, they're at the same event. They're taking in information of the event. Is their interpretation the same? They're looking at the same data. They're looking at the same chaotic input data. Is their interpretation of the event the same? Oh. If you say yes, you haven't been paying attention. So these two are not equal. Why? Their filter system. They're filtering for different things. They have a different belief system. A's belief system, nothing like B's belief system. And A's interpretation of the rock concert or the event is not the same as B's interpretation of the event. Now, does A see the event? No. He sees his interpretation of the event. He does not see what's happening. He sees through his life experiences what he expects to see. The music that he likes, the music he don't like, the people he likes, the people he don't like. He doesn't like to drink, or he does like to drink. He likes a little bit of excitement in his life, or he doesn't. And this guy's doing the same thing. They're not the same. This world and this world, A and B worlds in the moment, are not the same. Now is either one of them the event? Does A equal the event? No. Well, does B equal the event? No. Well, there's a lot of A people. There's a lot of people paid tickets for this, or they couldn't have the event. They're all different. All of these are different. There's nobody that has the same interpretation of the event. Did the event ever happen? Did this event ever happen? Can you remember anything that happened? Can you remember anything? The birth of your child, your wedding, your first date, your new job. Can you remember anything in the infinite energy system that ever happened to you? So let's look at A Course in Miracles. You see, this is all because this is your memory. What you interpret of the event is your memory. And then this guy or person, whatever they interpreted of the event is their memory of the event. Neither one of them saw the event. Hard thing to think about. Nobody ever sees the event. They can only and ever see their interpretation. Now this gets us back very scientific. It's very scientific. But the science doesn't look at it this way. So this guy, A, is observing the event. And from the model, do you recognize the observer affects the event? The observer affects what is observed. The observer, this person, never saw the event. This person never saw the event. He could only see his interpretation. He never knew what this was. He can't. Because before he is aware of it, it's already been filtered. It's already been changed. Well, how about this person? Picking up the trash and stuff. Does he see the event? No, of course not. He sees his interpretation. Nobody sees the event. What is the event? Energy. The event is energy. Now, at the end, as we get close to the end of the rock concert, what happens to the event? Now, it's energy. What happens to it? They all contribute. A picture, I don't know what's at a rock concert, a couple thousand people, and they all have a different interpretation of the event. What was the event? Nobody knows. Why? It's energy. When the concert's over, what happens to this energy? Now, I got to be careful because I've done this too many times. It is gone. It doesn't go into the past. There's no past of the event. There's no past. There's nothing real in the past about the event. There is no past. There is no past. All there is a memory. Different memories of what happened. For the individual, the interpretation, each one different of what happened. What was the event? Can you remember anything that happened about the event? No. It's all created inside of you from chaos. And then that event morphs, folds back in to the infinite field of everything. It doesn't slide into the past. There's nothing in the past. Even your memory of the event that is gone, you have to remember in the present moment. You can't remember it in the past because you can't go to the past. You must be in the present moment. A little side caveat. So when people talk about, well, we're going to time travel, we got mathematics that says we can go back and forth in time. There's nothing to go back to. There's no events in the past. There's only memories of what happened that you create in the present moment. You say, oh, I remember the rock concert. Oh, Charlie Brown sang a wonderful song, and so forth. But it's all gone. All you got is your memory. And your memory is your creation. Your memory is not what happened. It's how you interpreted what happened. Nothing outside of you is real. It's all interpretation in the mind. Well, now, I have three things because the past is gone. Now, that's the point I want to make. The past is gone, and that's a theme that goes through A Course in Miracles. Now, I have three examples of this, and you'll find them in the video description. And one of them is this, A Course in Miracles. The past is gone, and what has truly gone has no effect. What has truly gone has no effect. When you come to the understanding that there is no past, and if there is no past, what your interpretation of the past has no effect except on you. Except on you. So when you heal negative memories, when you release them, first of all by knowing, well, I made it up anyway, so I ought to be able to change it. Nobody has any connection with the past except through the memories in the present. And when you change them, all you have is the present moment, but different because you changed your belief system. Now, another one, Course in Miracles. The past is gone and cannot return to you. The event is gone. It's never coming back. The energy has dissipated into the infinite field of everything. It will never come back to you the way it did when you put your memory in place. It's gone. The last quote, that there's more in the Course, but this is the last one I have. For the past is gone, and the future but imagined. There's no future either. There's no past, there's no future. Everything is now. And when you recognize that, you can forgive yourself for getting upset, for getting anxious, for getting depressed about what's gone and never was the way you thought it was. Oh, there is much to talk about here in the illusion. In this one here, can you remember anything that happened? The event. No, you can't remember the event. You never experienced the event. You can only experience your unique, personal interpretation of the event. So when you're upset at your significant other, you're upset at your employees, you're happy with whatever's going, it's all an interpretation in here. That's why if you have a positive attitude, you're going to have a different world than if you have a negative attitude. Oh, my last statement, and you'll see it in there. Oh, I start off with oh, because I tried to get you. Oh, the illusion is stranger than you can imagine. Be good to yourself, and we'll see you next time here in The Illusion. Bye now.